That was my hello in Parcel Tongue. I don't know if you got that. Hello there, Pixies. Today I am going to be covering a house that has way too much hate, including from J.K. Rowling herself. It is Slytherin. If you are new here and you love Harry Potter videos, I have plenty, so please feel free to subscribe with that big red button down there, just down there, and click the notification bell next to it so that you can become part of the notification squad and never miss a video. Also, feel free to follow me on all my social medias. The links will be in the description and a little icon will turn up here. Lovely. Without further ado, I want to get into the reasons to love Slytherin. Reason number 1 is simply that they are incredibly resourceful. When others may not have a way to do something because of lack of resources, Slytherins tend to use whatever means they have at that point in time to get something done. That's a really cool thing. I wish I was as resourceful as a Slytherin, but sadly, no. Number 2. Although this might seem like a juxtaposition to put Slytherin and loyal together because there have been plenty of Slytherin backstabbers, can we please take a moment to remember Bellatrix? I mean, she was incredibly loyal to Voldemort. If they see you as an insider and they see you as one of them, there's no way they're going to be disloyal at all. I mean, sure, there were Death Eaters who bailed from Voldemort, but for the most part, there were some very loyal people, and if you are part of the inside crew, that's it. It's done. Unless you betray them, you are part of their clan. Number 3. Sometimes being traditional can be a bad thing because it makes you stick to bad traditions like, I don't know, pure blood supremacy. But sometimes being traditional is good. Sometimes traditions are there for reasons, and Slytherins always try to uphold traditions. And whereas someone like a Ravenclaw might be more of a maverick and wanting to shake things up a bit and switch up the status quo, sometimes we need a little bit of Slytherin to remind us that sometimes it's better to just lay low and keep to the status quo. I won't play the High School Musical song. I'm not going to do it. Number 4. Merlin was a Slytherin. Merlin. Yeah, Merlin, the greatest wizard of all time, was a Slytherin. So that can't be too bad, right? He was on Arthur's side. He was a good guy, as far as we know. Order of Merlin, first class, should go to like every single Slytherin that isn't evil. Number 5, Regulus Black. Regulus. My second love. Seriously though, Regulus was a great Slytherin. Of course, he held up to the traditions that kind of were terrible, but in the end, his drive and ambition and his drive to do whatever he thought was right and his single-mindedness meant that he overturned Voldemort, and, well, he used his cunning and nerve and all that evasion tactics to trick him. Only a Slytherin could have done that one. That's what I think anyway. Number 6. Honestly, I feel like silver and green, such a mood, such an aesthetic. I don't know if the green suits me and the silver, but I'm gonna go with it. Number 7. Their track record for winning is ridiculous. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, they won 7 times in a row the House Cup at Hogwarts before Harry Potter turned up and cramped their style. But 7 years in a row is very impressive when you've got 4 houses and 3 other houses to compete with. And there's a lot of students in each house, so they know how to win. They know how to play the game. Number 8 is, again, their ambition. Ambition is something that not everyone has. I mean, not everyone wants to be super successful in things, but it's like Slytherins have this radar where they cannot not be ambitious. They need to be driving towards something, and I think that's an incredibly attractive trait. I don't know if it's just me, but I like ambition as long as it's tempered with a bit of humility and grace. You know, don't go overboard, but I think having ambition is good. Number 9. Single-mindedness is a wonderful trait sometimes. When you can single in and pinpoint what you want to do and that's it, it can be great. In the case of Voldemort, not so much. We're not going to talk about him. We're not talking about him. Take Andromeda Tonks, for example. She single-mindedly did whatever the heck she wanted to do. She was going to forge her own path no matter what. She didn't care that she was burnt off the family tree for falling in love with a Muggle-born. She went with it. She was driven, and she was cunning, and she was formidable. Like, you don't want to mess with Andromeda Tonks. She still had those Slytherin traits, and she's a perfect example of how to embody those traits positively. And number 10, to be quite honest, in real life and online, the Slytherins that I've met tend to have a lot of social connections. I think it's their charisma. I feel like their self-assuredness is crazy. I feel like they're they come across as, they always try to come across as self-assured, and so people are naturally attracted to them, and I think that's a really nice trait to have. So that is 10 reasons to love Slytherin. Let me know if you have any more in the comments. I'd love to know, because honestly they get a bad rap and I honestly absolutely adore Slytherins. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!